So welcome back to our channel, everyone. It's the Matching Gurus, documenting our progress developing our land in Zimbabwe and our relocation over there from the UK. So this video, we've talked about it briefly on a few of our others. This video is talking about when we were scammed in Zimbabwe and showing you some of the items that we've got for when we start developing in Zimbabwe very, very soon. Like I said on the last one, we've got big progress coming up, so we're going to show you some of the items that we've bought to go in the house. So, babe.
Yeah, so we've got like a few things that will be going to Zimbabwe soon. The items will be shipped to Zimbabwe in preparation for the house to be built. So it will be very soon.
But before we go on to that, we thought we'd talk about when we were scammed out of some money trying to build a borehole for the first time. So I'll let you start with it.
Yeah, so this is something that if you have watched in my previous video, I've talked about how some of the people that we deal with in Zimbabwe, they are not to be trusted, or they can't be trusted. So whilst we were looking into what we need to do in terms of like developments and making sure we have everything that we needed on the land, we sat down and we agreed with my wife that the first thing that we need to do was to have water on the site. So I tasked my wife with the duties.
Don't blame.
No, I'm not blaming. I'm saying I tasked you with the duties of a secretary or my second in command to go around and look for companies on social media that are into borehole drilling, since now information is everywhere and readily available, be it true or not true. So she happened to come across a group or a Facebook page advertising that is a company. They drill boreholes in Zimbabwe, and they had like prices that were fairly reasonable. So when I came in from work, she did show me the Facebook page. To me, on the face of it, face value, it looked legit. We had our pre-contacts with them where they said they were quite convincing, because they said it's up to us whether we want to send a deposit so that at least we have the dates that we needed the bore to be drilled secured, or we can pay the full payment of drilling 40 meters, which is, I think that's sort of the base of, if you want to drill a big bore in Zimbabwe, their base meters that they start with, it's 40 meters. So we agreed on paying the full payment whilst we are still here in UK. So we spoke to the guys, and they said you can send either via MoneyGram, Western Union, or EcoCash. So we then send the money via World Remedy, I think. We send them 2,300, which they needed to drill the 40 meters double casing. Obviously, I've never drilled a bore before. We have never drilled a bore, so we don't know what it is double casing. Yeah, from speaking, it just sounds like maybe they put like
literally double the casing.
They just put the cases.
The strength in the uneven.
Yes, so that it strengthens whatever the pipes. So we did send the 2,300. We maintained contact with the company, or the so-called company. Then a day before we traveled back to Zimbabwe, we told them that, okay, we'll be landing tomorrow. So we are hoping as soon as we land, can we then go and come to your offices and finalize everything that needed to be finalized. Then the following day we can go and do the drilling. All that was agreed. We traveled to Zimbabwe. The day we were in Zimbabwe, they gave us an address. This address, it was non-existent. What they actually did, I'll give for an example. Let's say there's a road called Jameson. So they gave us, like, they said Jameson Crescent. And when we went to where they directed us to the road, it was actually sort of Jameson Road. And the numbers, the actual number they had said, that's the number. Whether they had done like investigations to know that this address does not actually exist in the street, they did well. So when we got there, I think the numbers were ending at number 99, but they gave us number 100, I think. So we couldn't find this 100th address. So we called the guy and said, where exactly are you? Then he said, oh, we are in the street behind. It's not easy to access it. But now, because you have delayed, because obviously with looking around trying to find where they were, we had delayed by 30 minutes. You then said, I've actually driven to go to or I've drove to go to Borehole, so I'm no longer at my office. So what you can do, because there's another 600 that I want you guys to pay, as we had discussed over the phone, that
which I think was at first
the solar and a pump.
Yeah.
So he then said, for things to be easier, so tomorrow we don't have to run around whilst you are looking for where to pay us and stuff, can you just go to Inbox? He said EcoCash and pay us via EcoCash. You can either come to Borehole where I am, but he was saying this knowing that Borehole is too far from where we were now. And then he changed and he said, or rather, go to Island Park.
Yeah.
So we then...
He was basically saying try anyway. It was like try Pick and Pay, try Bon Marsh. We were running around and we probably should have seen it as a sign of not to go through there, because everywhere we went there was some sort of issue as to why we couldn't send that money at that time. Like either people's internet was down or the bureau was just closing, but it seemed like one thing after another was holding us back. And so we kept calling him to be like, oh, look, it's closed, or the internet's down, they've got no signal, nothing's going through, there's no network. And he was like, so can we just pay you tomorrow when we see you on the ground? And he was very persistent, no, we need to do it this way because then we can get everything sorted in advance.
Yeah, and we need to that money is for, I don't know what, there was a word that he was using, what he wanted to do with the money.
I can't remember.
I don't know, to balance the books or something else that is in that line, along those lines. So we then went to Bon Marsh.
Yeah, I think it was Bon Marsh where we eventually were.
Yeah, after going around place to place, we ended up in Bon Marsh, and then we did send the money, the 600, via EcoCash. I don't know, it's a strange setup, because you don't get a receipt to say this is a receipt of payment. They just wrote my name in some counter book with a biro, which is strange really, because when you are paying for something or sending money, you would expect maybe to get a receipt. But I was never given a receipt. They just wrote my ID details and the amount that I was sending. Yes. So that's done. we then
So that was, we told him that it was all done. That's great, cool, whatever. So he still kept in touch with us. Following day, we'd arranged to meet. That guy, he was like sort of like the head, of, like the leader of whatever it is. I don't know.
the leader of the scam group.
So we were supposed to be meeting him, and like obviously the truck with the workers and whatnot. And where was that? We were supposed to be meeting them.
We were supposed to meet at Chisipite to start with.
Okay, so that's where we're supposed to. I'm not going to try and say that, but that's where we're supposed to be meeting.
Yeah.
And then when we were on the way the following morning, so bear in mind this is early morning. This is like about
Past 5.
5,
because we were
6
supposed to
in the
meet
morning.
at 6.
Yeah, so past 5 in the morning. And then he contacted us on the way, and he was like, "Oh, actually, we're struggling. We can't get the truck into was it like a car park or
Into
something
the car
like
park
that."
at Chisipite.
So he was like, "Okay, well, Highland Park is like on the way to obviously where our homestead is. So we'll meet you guys just at the side of Highland Park." Right, okay, cool. So we changed direction or whatever and started heading towards Highland Park. But now time was ticking because of traffic and because of the delay in having to reroute and now go to Highland Park instead. So by the time we got there, we were already late. It was well past 6. And the guy had said, "Okay, because you were late, the guys in the truck, we've already set off and we're heading towards the growth point by your homestead." So we're like, this is a bit much at this point. We want to see you guys. We need to see you guys. This is a bit like a goose chase that we're going on now. And he's like, "No, it's fine." He was like, "But by the way, before you get here, tell them what they wanted."
Oh, so he then said, "Okay, I'll tell the guys with this truck. I don't know what they call it. The one that drills the bore drilling, that carries the drilling machine." He then said, the rigger, I think that's what they call it. I'll tell them to just stop on the side of the road waiting. Me, I'm in a smaller car. I'm in a truck. Pickup truck, so I'm turning back and coming to you guys. But whilst you are there now, since you are at Highland Park Shopping Center, the shops are just opening. So can you go into Pick and Pay and buy us 2 loaves of bread and a 2-liter orange crush? Then I was like, fair enough, because this is the things that the guys needs to be having whilst they're doing the work. And then we'll reimburse you when we meet up. Nothing was sounding. There was no alarms there.
So I waited in the car and you went into Pick and Pay in Highland Park and you got the bread and the mazoe, and then time keeps moving. Nobody's turning up. We tried calling the guy a few times and he was seemed to get more and more arsey, more and more agitated on the phone, as if we were bothering him when he was doing everything possible to help us kind of thing.
As if maybe we were on the wrong. He was the one who is trying to actually do a good service to us, but us, we are stressing him. So time goes.
And at this point we're like, something isn't right here. This isn't okay. And then we bumped into a school friend, I think.
Yeah, then we bumped into someone who was my junior at school. Then he, I think he's a lawyer now in Zimbabwe. So he then said to me, greetings and everything. Then I was like, we've been here for a while. We are waiting for someone who we have already paid. He's supposed to go and drill a bore at our homestead. Then he asked me and I told him how the story had evolved or how it had happened. Then he was like, "Bro, I'm sorry to hurt your feelings, but this is actually a scam. You have been scammed. In Zimbabwe, if people are drilling a bore for you, you don't pay in advance. What happens when you go to actually the site where they are drilling the bore, after them drilling 40 meters, that's when you start payments, and that's when you start talking about what the way forward from there."
And the guy just kept going, "I'm so sorry."
He actually felt for us that it was a devastating situation. then I was like, okay, it is what it is. We have been conned. What
It,
can we do?
it was devastating though. Like, I know we're saying it is what it is, but it was devastating. It was really like demoralizing because obviously we planned to do this. Like we had money set aside for this. We had money set aside for other things that we were wanting to do, and we needed this to be done so that
we can do the next
could then
things
progress.
that needed water on the side. But obviously it all like couldn't be done because water was not there. So when we were not now trying to call them, the phone was switched off or we had been blocked. Then we sort of tried to go and report the matter, but we were being swayed into a direction where maybe we had to pay something for investigations to be done. So we ended up like just saying, me and my wife, let's just leave it.
And at this point as well, the guy actually got back in contact with us. Can you remember? And he started like insulting me, and he was like swearing at me, which doesn't bother me. Like, I'm not bothered.
And he actually said to my wife, oh, you think like your husband loves you, but we are in this deal together. Your husband actually told me to con you so that we can share the money at a later date.
Honestly. Honestly.
It's actually embarrassing, and it's
considering I was the one that found the guy.
It's actually pathetic, but anyway, it is what it is. But anyway,
that annoyed me.
With 2,900, how far can they go? Probably they finished the money in 2 days or 3 days.
So I went onto Facebook, and on obviously they had a pretty legitimate looking page where they were posting advertisements and all like these different Zimbabwean groups and things, and could be redirected to their page. So on all their posts I started commenting like I was story and scammer and whatever, until the point I got blocked. So I can no longer see them on Facebook anymore, but the company was called Zambezi Borehole Drilling.
Yeah, Zambezi Borehole Drilling.
That's what it was called.
Unless they've already changed the name.
Yeah, because I've seen similar looking like
adverts where people were commenting. Yeah,
I've seen similar looking ones recently, so it could be that they've changed the name, because obviously you can steal pictures from anywhere. You can change your name to whatever you want it to be on Facebook. So I have seen similar ones, whether it's those guys or different, but now I'm like hyper vigilant when looking at these things. And it actually turned out so that the guy who was posting for who who scammed us, when I was like looking at old posts and things like that, he was all under his profile name. So he was also advertising cars, and then there was a lot of people, Zimbabweans that were in Australia, that were commenting saying that they'd been scammed trying to buy these pickup trucks from him. So I wish I'd seen that beforehand, but unfortunately we didn't. So obviously they're quite skilled, I would say. Like, they're doing boreholes, they're doing cars, they're obviously targeting people living abroad.
Yeah, I think it's just something that they do, targeting people that are like not in Zimbabwe, knowing that naively you will end up like wanting to do business with them and pay for something that you have not even seen, because you are just like trusting them or entrusting that like they are doing what they will be advertising that they do. So moving on.
So moving on, that was that. I hope we've learned our lesson. I wish we'd have just gone with the borehole company that we had surveyed the land for us, to be honest.
Yeah, so we've got like a few items, which is switches for the like electric switches, the like don't know, taps. So I don't know, we will just like show you a few items. We won't be able to show you everything.
Yeah, in the next few months, our proper borehole that we hopefully won't get scammed for will be up there and running, and so in the next couple of months building will be progressing. It will be starting very, very soon, so watch out for that, because we will take some videos and post them, and obviously we'll record the full borehole process this time from start to finish, legitimately. Yeah, so some things that we've got for shipping over to Zimbabwe.
Yes, some of the things they're quite heavy, man. And you tightened, I
Yeah,
don't know
because
what reason.
I tied them so because I thought we were just going to pack them.
So, I don't know what this is.
It's for the shower.
Okay.
But obviously, it's all in parts, honestly. So anyway, the hose will come down here, and then this, because it's one of those dual shower heads, you see, where the big shower head will come up here, and then there'll be a smaller shower head. Yeah, so that's so that's on and off for the top one, on and off for the bottom one. That's the temperature.
So we just thought like we would share this with you as our friends, family, and fans, that a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a step. So this is our step closer to start building a home.
Yeah, but it'll be starting soon.
We
Oh,
now have like
sorry,
a tap.
it's not a tap. It's a shower.
Okay, we now have a shower.
No, it doesn't go like that. It goes on the wall like that.
Okay, we now have a shower to go on the wall like that.
Honestly. Oh, by the way, do you know that part I found the other day? That was it. Okay. I'm not going to take this out the box.
Yeah, that's fine.
Anyway, so we've got our taps for our sink. We've got this is for our bathtub, our bath taps, and that's got a little shower head on it as well. So that's our bath taps. And then we've got all the things like, we've got about 20, I would say, of these, of our USB plug sockets. There's about 20 of those. There's about 10 or 15, light switches and things. So we've got so many boxes of these and the double ones for the back boxes. Things for like phone lines, cooker isolators. We've got just some basic light fittings for now. Are you okay? That doesn't need opening with.
What is it?
I can just show a picture of what the shower's meant to look like.
All right, that's the thing.
Yeah, that's all for the shower. That's the shower head.
We don't need to. That's fine. That's fine. We don't need to.
Don't need to. We've got all our door handles and things as well. So we got all our stuff. We got it all from B&Q here to take with us. We've got our door handles. That's the ones we've chosen. And that's what the shower will look like. So that's the taps he was holding up. But that's what the shower will look like. It just like matches the other things that we got. So, yes, just little bits and pieces to start with that we'll be getting sent across.
Like I said, we are taking little steps until we get there. It's too far to get to Zimbabwe. So by the time we do the final step, I'm sure we'll be finished. And I want you all guys to be with us in the journey, because is it not 10,000 miles to go to Zimbabwe? So if I'm saying it's like one step at a time, by the time we get to 10,000 miles, it's a long way. But we'll be there one day, guys.
But yeah, in the next couple of months, do look out for our upcoming video where we will be getting the borehole done from start to finish and documenting that full process so that you can see how it should look when it's legit. And we'll be meeting up, because we've had a couple of quotes from a couple of builders, haven't we, for our plan. I'll put in the video, like next after me saying this, I'll show you what the plan for our house, what it's actually going to look like. So we've had a couple of quotes for that. So after we've had the borehole in, that will be commencing pretty much straight away. So that's in the next couple of months. So please do.
And I think upon discussion, we have decided to go for something reasonable where we only have like a few bedrooms in our house, because I know people in Zimbabwe, they build like ridiculous houses where they have 15 bedrooms
Yeah,
and
but
all this.
that's not like what life looks like in the UK, and it's. I mean, if you're into that sort of thing, then I guess go for it. But that's not like our style here in the UK.
Because at the end of the day, if you're just building for your family, I don't know, unless maybe you host conferences at your house, then it makes sense to have 15 bedrooms. But if it's just for your family, I don't see the need.
So we'll be showing you the plan for our property. But I say it'll be getting, like, we've got a few fixtures and fittings from here because we want it to be sort of like UK standard. Can I say that?
Yeah.
We want it to be like UK standard, the way it's looking at the end when it's finished. No point having something that's like, I don't know, the size of a castle, and then you can't execute it properly to the finish. You need to do things within your means and
be
do them
able
to a nice standard.
Do them to like a standard that you will be happy with the end project.
Yeah, because we don't want to just keep, say, building and building and building and try and build something that's a massive project when actually we do want to go to Zimbabwe and we do want to go there sooner rather than later. We're not planning to start this now to go in 20 years' time. Like, we want to go as soon as possible. So, like I say, the next few months building is commencing. Hopefully it won't take too long to complete it, and then...
Okay, guys, it was nice. If you have managed to watch till the end, comment, share, subscribe, like, and any engagement is also, we do welcome it, and I do try by all means to also engage back. Now I need to go and watch football because we are playing. So
are you serious right now?
Yeah, so I need to go and watch football. We shall see you in the next video, guys.
See you. Thanks, guys.